Another lie. It's another lie. I have been a leader on IVF, which is fertilization. The IVF, I have been a leader. In fact, when they got a very negative decision on IVF from the Alabama courts, I saw the people of Alabama and the legislature 2 days later voted it in. I've been a leader on it. They know that, and everybody else knows it. I have been a leader on fertilization, IVF. And the other thing, you should ask, will she allow abortion in the 8th month, 9th month, 7th month?
Come on.
Okay, would you do that? Why don't you ask her that question?
Why don't you answer the question? Would you
because
veto?
Under Roe v. Wade,
Answer the question, would you veto?
you could do abortions in the 7th month, the 8th month, the 9th
That's
month,
not true.
and probably after birth. Just look at the former governor of Virginia. The governor of Virginia said, we put the baby aside and then we determine what we want to do with the baby.
President Trump, thank you.
Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the evil that men do. Father God, I pray and ask that you help me to have mercy on others the same way I would want you to have mercy on me. Father God, I also ask that you help me to be quick to forgive and slow to get angry. Amen, amen, amen. These young dudes out here don't respect shit until you put the barrel in their ear and let the text spit. I just might catch a case on my next hit, remove their whole face on some special effect shit. So show respect, Drake, or I'ma have a flashback. Digging through the dresser like, fuck it, where my mask at? The mash back with the banger and damage shit and say fuck everything I learned in anger management. Hop back on some east side managed shit and push a nigga's top back when I let the cannon spit. Start planning shit, premeditation. I'm in love with the streets again, rededication. Casket or cremation when I shoot you down. I was built for the smoke like a hookah lounge. I keep big shit that sound like a bazooka sound, and I shoot quicker than ain't gotta be a hoop around. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps. A ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps. A ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Gun on me, it ain't never for show, homie. I'm far from a bully, but I'm never a hoe. Get out of line, my Beretta will blow. Real talk, we can take the beef wherever we go. I bring it to your front door like I'm Uber Eats. I guarantee you listen up when this Ruger speaks. Plus I maneuver through these streets like a ghost, and I'm handy with the heat. I cook a nigga like a roast. On me, homie, this is not a boast. I will still come through, boy, and stop a nigga's post. Play him close, man, air will ease it. Quickly off the waistband, man, and air will squeeze it. Leave you niggas laid out dead or paraplegic. Niggas playing in these streets while I'm very strategic. I come to your house dressed like the gas man. Shoot you 9 times, leave you stretched by the trash can. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps. A ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps. A ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. I don't put shit on Facebook, I just holler in person. Put the pistol in your mouth while you're hollering in person. All that shit you kept rehearsing and put on your live, got your clap with the big 4-5. You bitch nigga, if you tell me to pull up, I'ma do that. That nigga who was whooping first nigga that I shoot at. Ski mask on my face, bystanders be like, who that? I ain't with the talking, bitch, boy, I thought you knew that. Leave his brains where my shoe at and bounce like I'm on a trampoline. Leave you laid out, nigga, like you camping on the scene. If you want something sweet, grab a peach or tangerine. Niggas won't smoke, well fuck it, I'ma let them handle steam. AR with the beam, you see the red dot? We tug on this trigger, nigga, it'll make your head pop. Blood pouring down to your shoes, call it Red Sox. Your brains hanging all over your shoulder shoulders like some dreadlocks. Expect the gang of dead off if they ever cross the line. The Lord said in the Bible, oh, revenge is mine. So I'm just trying to find a righteous path between the two. Before I lose control and do the shit I used to do. This being humble shit is new. I'm trying to turn the other cheek, but I ain't never been a bitch, so watch your mouth when you speak. Your mercy's what I seek, so I pray on bended knees. Don't let me get the K with the extended clip and squeeze. Lord, please. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps. A ski mask with the K squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with the 3 straps. A ski mask with the K squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps.
All right, y'all. All right, y'all. How's everybody doing today on this nice Wednesday afternoon? How's everybody doing? We ain't gonna stay too long, y'all. We ain't gonna stay too long. We're gonna be we're gonna be strong, but we ain't gonna stay too long. Shout out to Brother Eric, man, better known 16 to Life. Going over to his page, 16 to Life, the YouTube page. Going over there and check him out, man. See what he's talking about over there, man. Got a good page. Thank him always for letting us use his music. And go check him out, man. Got a lot of good music. Got a lot of good, funny skits and stuff over there, man. Very talented cat, man. Go check the brother out. Good dude, man. Good dude. All right, that's Brother Eric, man. Let's get right to business, man. Let's get right to business. Let me check everybody in. Wants to be checked in, and then let's get right to work. First on the docket is our resident sniper, Risa Neal. Shout out to Risa, man. Okay, so let me explain to y'all that never heard of Risa, who you dealing with. Okay, Risa is our resident sniper. What's that mean, Clarence? What you mean? She out there running around sniping people? Online. But don't get it twisted. She got something for you if you run up on her in person. She got something for you too. But I'm calling the resident sniper here, man, because Risa's goal is to keep the chat and the stage nice and moving, nice and clean. And if she feels like somebody is in the chat and they're attempting to, derail or, kind of create a nuisance over here, she just, she's going to take you out. So let's not let her go to work. Let's let her, and she take that very seriously, right? She love us, man. She try to protect us, right? Even if we may not even see it like that. We may say, Risa, you didn't have to take that person out, but I know I don't say that because I know what Risa I know where Risa coming from. So I'm always gonna ride with Risa, man. So you think you're gonna win, you're never gonna win against Risa, man. So just don't let her, as long as we be respectful. I think that's the thing that Risa looks for the most is the respectfulness. I think if you're respectful, even though you might be saying something that might be out of pocket, if you're respectful with it, I think she'll give you time to get it straight. But I think when it comes off as disrespect, that's when Risa's gonna unload on you, man. And then you're gonna email me and say, "Oh, Claire, one of your mods took me out." Me and all the other mods already know who took you out. We already know who took you out. So just let it not get like that, because Risa is not the asking question type of person, right? She's more of the, shoot first, ask questions later person. So I'm just warning you. Right? But shout out to Risa Neal. Good sister, man. Good sister. Glad to have her on the team, man. Who else in the building? Our Jewish brother from Israel, Vagoda, is in the house, man. Shout out to Vagoda. Man, Vagoda, I'm not going to let you derail this thing. So as long as you're talking about Kamala Harris, I'm going to let it go. Let me see. Oh, Vogota said, when Trump says that Israel will not exist if she will be elected, you was not far from the truth. Oh, he was not far from the truth, unfortunately. Vogota, I got a surprise for you. It doesn't matter. Either one gets in office. You know what I'm saying? They have no power to keep Israel afloat. Neither one of them, right? So individually. So, you know, it's not, Trump told you half the truth. He said Israel not says if she gets elected, and he made it to seem like she's the only threat to Israel. No, Trump is a threat to Israel too, because he's going to snatch a lot of that money that Biden gave to you. Trump is going to snatch that money back and send it back home. So I don't know how, you know, you as an Israeli, you would do better if Kamala Harris got in office. You would definitely do better if Kamala Harris got in office, because she be more, have the purse more open. I'm telling you, man, if you get Trump in office, and I think he has a good chance. I didn't think he had a good chance until, you know, Kamala Harris started running. So now Kamala Harris makes a choice, you know, really it's just difficult, because you want a good person there, a person that's strong, a person that's honest, and a person, you don't have that. You don't have that in this election. You don't have it in most elections, but it's so obvious in this election. What do? You just got to vote. Hopefully this person will do something for your tax bracket, right? We're going to say, if this crazy woman wins, she will try to put us to state solution and in general try to pave the way for a second Holocaust. Wait till Trump gets in office. All them billions of dollars you getting, that's over. I'm trying to tell you, man, you would do better if Biden was reelected, or if Kamala Harris got in office, man. This guy Trump is going to shut the hose off. I'm trying to tell you, but you're going to find out for yourself. We're going to say, like I said, I'm going to sleep now. If you want to show more normal time, you can. Okay, thanks for going. I appreciate it. I try to work around your schedule. Also, me and a lot of Israelis heard what she said in the debate, are very offended from her after we discovered that Hamas murdered 6 of the hostages and abused them. She's talking about. We don't know what's going on over here. Vogota, you got to understand, all the information we get is secondhand. And it depends on who you get it from, whether you get it to truth or not. And I got to say this about Hamas. Yeah, man, I don't know. If Hamas did that, that was surely not based in Islam. But if they did do that, okay. That's what they did. They should be punished for that, whoever did that, right? We just don't want to, because see, when you have a situation like you have over there in this in the Middle East, man, and Gaza and all that, when you have a situation like that, if you telling me how vicious the other side is, you got to be just as vicious to keep up. If you're not as vicious, they're gonna wipe you out. So you telling on yourself. If you're gonna come here and say they murdered 6 of their hostages, how many hostages are the Israelis murdering? See what I'm saying? See, you can't say they're doing all this viciousness to us and we're not doing nothing vicious. But you have to, when you're in a war, you have to compete with the viciousness of your enemy, or you're going to lose. And so far, I haven't heard that the Israelis are losing anything. If I heard that the Israelis was getting slaughtered and because if you're going to get slaughtered, you're going to get slaughtered because you're not keeping up with the viciousness of your enemy. That's all I'm saying. This slaughtering is going on both sides, man. That's all I'm saying. And we all want it to stop. The question is, how can we get this done? How can we get this done? How can we get this done to where nobody's getting killed anymore over this situation? Anyway, the two-state solution And by that, she's saying that for what they did on the 7th of October, they should get a state of their own as a prize. I don't think she was saying that, Vagoda, but I mean, I understand you as a Jew, Israeli Jew, that's what you would take it as. I think what she's saying is the violence is going to continue. And, you can make unless you have something where both people have a stake in losing. Right now, you got the Palestinians, they ain't got nothing to lose. It's hard to fight somebody ain't got nothing to lose and it's getting supported by other people. These people, the Palestinians ain't got nothing to lose. Hard to beat that. Vagoda says she literally wants to give the animals of the Gaza a prize for slain Jews. I don't think that. I think you going a little bit. You taking it a little out of context, Vagoda. I think you're going overboard just a little bit. I'm thinking my perspective is I think she's saying that the violence is going to continue, even if you say okay, the Jews win. If you just say the Jews win, the violence ain't gonna stop. I think she's looking at trying to have a solution where at least both people have a stake in the violence stopping. That makes more sense to me. All right, we'll go to check out. Take care, man. All right, be safe out there. We'll go to. All right, who else is in the house, man? We got Von Bryant in the house at Greetings, Peace, Joy, Grace, and Abundance. Shout out to Von Bryant, man. Always a class act. Who else we got in the house? We got Sister Annie. Excuse me. Sister Annie's in the house. Shout out to her. Say, hey, Brother Clarence. Who else is in the house? I think that's everybody that wants to be acknowledged at this time, man. I think that's everybody who wants to be. Angel Hall says, off topic, did Pam Grier or Bernadette, the daughter on Good Times, who is more beautiful? Definitely easy, Bernadette, and she is still beautiful and fine. You ain't said one word of a lie right there, Angel. Appreciate you, man, for checking in on with that, man. Yeah, both of those ladies are beautiful ladies, but Thelma is, and the only thing better than Thelma, I don't know if you've seen her daughter, man. Woo, man. Thelma's daughter, man, is she ain't nothing to laugh at either, man. Woo, man. But shout out to them, man. Hope Thelma's having a Bernadette Stannis is her life is going good. Hope Pam Grier, I heard she was sick a while back. I hope she's well, man. I hope she's doing better. Yeah, man. It's those two, man. See, Angel, you threw me off, man. I gotta get back on the topic. All right, so Angel, did you watch the debate last night? That's the thing. Did you watch the debate? So we watched the debate. Some of us watched the debate, man. Me and my crew, we was watching the debate. We texting each other, man. We was getting it in, right? Okay, so we watching the debate, man. So I personally don't have a particular person I like better than the other person. Even at this late date, I don't just like Trump, and I definitely don't like Kamala Harris. I really don't care for either one of them. But the question is, which one of them will be the better president? That's the question. That's the question on the table. That's what we got. That's what we're trying to find out. Last night was supposed to give us a glimpse of that, right? But I felt like Donald Trump was really just a little stronger and a little more evasive. I mean, they both was evasive, right? They asked Kamala, well, you said you was a black woman, right? She went right around that, right? She went right around that. They both was going around stuff, right? Right? They knew what they was doing. You know what I mean? Because the American public don't know a lot of stuff behind the scenes, right? They know a lot of stuff behind the scenes, right? Right. I felt like Kamala Harris should have destroyed Trump on so many different issues. And I felt like they gave her like 3 alley-oops, right? The moderators gave her 3 alley-oops. They gave her the abortion situation. they gave her something else. They gave her a couple other things, man, and they were just alley-oops. She should have just went in and just dunked it. The tomahawk dunked on him, right? But no, she thought she was Michelle Obama. When they go low, we go high. You can't do that against Donald Trump. You can't go high against Donald Trump. Donald Trump is going to roll over you, man, like a steamroller. That's what he did last night. And so many times, I'm sitting there telling Rico, I said, man, damn, man, what's wrong with your girl, man? Right? How come she ain't, just destroying it? And he's like, yeah, she should be going all in. Oh, they gave her another alley-oop when they talked about his criminal record. Another alley-oop. She should have took that stake and drove it straight through his heart. But she's trying to be nice, right? She's trying to be nice. Pagoda said, Clarence, you're lucky that I looked a few seconds, and what you said, I'm not lucky because I'm shocked. Shocked about what, Pagoda? Shocked about what? Trump is the worst scenario for you as an Israeli Jew. Trump is the worst scenario, right? Shout out to E Black, man. Hope you and your family doing well, E Black. Hope your family doing well. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, Pagoda, you live in Israel. You live in Israel, right? You living through that very violent situation over there, right? Trump is the worst situation for you. Worst. He gets in the office, all them billions of dollars you getting, he's going to cut the hose off. Trump is going to cut the hose off on you guys. Your best bet is Kamala Harris. That's your best bet. You can still squeak out a few billion out of her. But Trump, forget it, man. Trump will only be giving money to the business community in Israel, not the government. Not the government. That's my opinion. Pagoda said no clue, and she not the worst scenario. He the best scenario. You got it all wrong. No, you got it all wrong. What you tell me when he said he was going to give you anything or do anything for you? He's not going to do nothing for you. I'm trying to tell you, man. This dude is a habitual liar, Pagoda. He's not going to do nothing for you. Nothing. Maybe a few of your top business people, he might slide them some money. But as far as putting billions of dollars into the situation that you got over there, no. I'm telling you, man, this dude ain't going to do it. I'm telling you, and he's German. He ain't doing it, man. He ain't doing it. But, okay, you want to tell me he going to do it? Okay. All right. All right. Donald Trump is the worst situation for you if you live in Israel. Worst. You need to be wishing and praying that Kamala Harris some kind of way wins the presidency. That she will still squeak you guys out a couple $1 billion a year. Trump is going to cut the hose off. We'll go to say, I wait when you open the panel for others for discussion. We will discuss this. We can discuss, but I'm only going to discuss for a few minutes for Goda. I'm not going to discuss for long, but I'm going to open it up for you. I'm going to let you come up here and you tell me that Trump is going to be you explain to me how Trump is better for Israel. Come on up here, Pagoda. I thought you was going to bed, man. I thought it was late. I thought you was going to bed. Okay, that link right there is just for Pagoda. Just for Pagoda, man. We trying to talk about Pagoda's going to come up here and tell me how Trump is going to do more for Israel than Kamala Harris and the Biden administration. So come on up here and tell me. Shout out to OG Patrice in the Heezy. Shout out to, well, Clarence, how come you don't have all these different topics? All of that, man, Patrice. Don't blame Patrice. Patrice always sending me stuff every week, every day almost. She send me stuff to say, it's just me. I got so much going on, y'all. Still haven't cleaned up my office all the way. So I got so much going on, man. So much going on. Risa said, hit the like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Right? See, my crew, we were talking about it. Okay, good. Come on. Let's this is we not gonna take a long time. Okay.
Good night, Clarence.
Hey, good morning, good night, whatever you got going on over there, man.
It's 3 in the morning. You're lucky that I don't have a shift tomorrow, but never mind that.
Oh, very lucky.
I'm going to thanks to you. I'm probably going to have a white night. Thank you.
All right, man. You explain it to me how Trump.
Yeah, first of all, Clarence, I want to react to something that you said. You said that you don't have information about what's going on here. I tried to give you multiple times information, but you say no, Vigoda, it's not the topic.
What I mean is, we don't have. See, you are a biased source of information. What I'm saying is, we don't have an unbiased source of information that comes over here, right? We got you telling me. That's like the man that beats up the woman telling me how the woman deserved it, what the woman did to deserve him going upside the head, right?
Clarence, I think this metaphor is horrible. I'm not a man that beats a woman. I'm not. I'm
just talking about the bias. I'm focusing on the bias. It's not that you're going up there doing anything like that. It's just that it's very biased. Your perspective.
But Clarence, also in the Civil War, you had the two sides were biased, technically.
Of course they were.
In the USA. Exactly.
Of course they were. They
in
told us
World
that
War II, you had two biased sides.
They told us that Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, right? But they didn't give us the rest of the story. He only freed the slaves to destabilize the South's economy. He didn't do
Clarence,
it kind of love in his heart. Right?
You want to hear somebody from their side. Okay, you know what? I can give you a link.
No. I don't not right now.
Of course, right now. Of course, Clarence. Right, not right now. Of course, not right now. Okay, but I'm saying in general, I can give you later if you want another day.
We will, man. I promise you, man. I'm going to give you a whole Saturday where you can just go in and talk about whatever you want to talk about. But right now,
and please looking free in the morning.
Well, we're going to stick to this. The only reason why I brought you up is because you're going to try to tell me that Trump is going to be a better situation for the Israeli Jew. And so I'm giving you time to explain that. If you can't explain that, good night, sir.
Okay, I will explain.
Okay, explain it.
Okay, I will explain to you. First of all, he was in 4 years ago a president. And look what he did instead of what he said, okay? He did. First of all, he put the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. He recognized the Golan Heights. He supported us. Because of him, we had the Abraham agreements with a number of Arab countries, okay? With him in the White House, the Middle East was way better than it was before him. And it was, of course, way better before now. Okay, let's now talk about Biden and Kamala Harris.
Okay. So your situation
I want to compare.
Is better.
Yes, I want to compare.
Okay, all right.
Okay, Biden, look what he did. Look what he did to the Middle East. All this stuff, this stuff on the 7th of October this is because of him.
Wait a minute, Biden gave you guys billions of dollars. Way more money.
You also give to the Hamas money through Iran. Because of him, Iran managed to get the money to give to the Hamas and the Hezbollah. Okay, because of him, he lifted the blockades on Iran and the economy of Iran. Because of him, Iran had the money to give to Hamas to make the 7th of October. So the blood that was spilled on the 7th of October on his hands in the end of the day.
Okay, so how was they getting money before that? That's the thing. I mean, you tell me how Trump has improved the situation out there.
I told you, Clarence. He made the Abraham agreements.
If you talking about those agreements, did that actually help the average Jew out there? It did? I don't know. I
Actually,
don't
first
know
of
that.
all,
You lived there.
Clarence, you ask me something. Let me explain. You know what is the Abraham agreements?
Do I know what the Abraham agreements?
Yeah, Abraham Accords.
No. Explain it.
Okay, the Abraham Accords is that we made peace, or you can say recognition, with a number of Arab countries. One of them, for example, is Morocco, a country that is important to a lot of Jews here, for a reason that I will not get in right now.
Okay.
Okay, and Dubai. Not you. I forgot the name of the capital of. You know what? Okay, Morocco, Dubai. If I'm not mistaken, also Bahrain. And in general, we had if he was if he had another 4 years, then we will probably have also recognition from Saudi Arabia. We'll have embassy there, okay, tourists and etc. etc. Okay, and
So
let me finish. I didn't finish, Clarence.
okay.
In case in terms of Saudi Arabia, why it's very important to get a you know recognition and embassy with them. You know why? You want me
You
to
won't let me
explain?
say. You won't let me say it. I mean, you must. You won't let me say anything. So I gotta listen to you.
Okay, Saudi Arabia they have the holy cities of Medina and Mecca. So in terms of faith, they are leading the Muslim world. And you as a Muslim supposed to know about it, but never mind that. So if the leader of literally the religious leader of Islam will have a Jewish embassy, then it will make less violence and less problems between us and Muslims in general, especially the Arabs. Okay,
Why?
that's one.
Why? Why
I
would an
told you
embassy
they
stop?
have Medina and Mecca in
No,
Saudi
no,
Arabia.
no,
Okay?
no, no, no. You're saying that putting an embassy wherever you're talking about putting an embassy, that's going to stop the violence. So I'm like, why?
No, Clarence, I said embassy in Saudi Arabia. Okay?
Okay. And why would an embassy in Saudi Arabia stop the violence?
First of all, it will take it down a notch. That's one thing for sure. And I told you, Clarence, listen, Saudi Arabia, like they have the cities of Medina and Mecca, okay?
Yes,
They
I
are
know that.
considered
Huh? Pagoda? Pagoda.
what?
I thought we dropped you. Go ahead.
Yes, you heard me, or there is a problem with my microphone?
Yeah, it was a problem, but just a second ago, but now we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so like I said, Saudi Arabia, like they have Medina and Mecca, okay? They have the
I'm
two.
very
They are what?
I'm very aware of that.
Yeah, they are like the Vatican for Muslims, especially for Sunni Muslims, okay?
Okay.
So if you will have them open up Israeli embassy and recognize our existence without the Palestinian shit, then it will definitely bring down the hatred in Muslims globally against Jews. Okay, that is one big thing, and
But
of course,
what's gonna bring down the hatred for Palestinians from the Jews? Like that sounds like a really
what
one-sided situation.
before Trump came along, a lot of those countries wanted us to solve the problem with the Palestinians before we will have peace with them. Okay, and thanks to Trump, a number of the countries that I mentioned made open up Israeli embassies and recognize us. Okay, openly. Okay, so first of all, yeah, thanks to him, we have new trade connections with other countries. Okay, thanks to him, I can go visit Dubai.
Okay. I mean,
Okay, so that's one. Okay,
so
that's
that's
about
okay.
the countries
So
overseas.
let me see
Now
if I
let's.
understand you. me see if I understand you. You're saying Trump will be a
Yes.
better choice for the Israeli people because you'll be able to go to Dubai. Am I hearing you right?
Not.
Because I'm
I
talking
gave you
about
a small.
no, I'm talking
Clarence, I
about
gave you a small example.
okay, hold on, Vagoda.
I gave you a small example of what he did that was good.
Okay, maybe he did. I'm not saying he didn't do anything good. You know, Trump does a lot of things that on the surface look good. So what I'm saying to you is, see, in my opinion, Trump is not going to be providing the kind of resources that the
Yes, he
Biden.
will.
No, he's not. He is not going to be giving up those kind of that kind of money.
He has a Jewish son-in-law. He will give us money, but we don't need his money. We don't. You know what we need?
Oh, what do you need?
Ammunition. Two basic things: ammunition and cover. We need them to support us in the UN. We need them to cover
that
for us.
money, Vagoda.
Biden, unlike him, Clarence. But let me get my point. Unlike him, Biden, because of him, we need to fight this war with one hand behind our back. Okay, we need it.
Wait. Why is Biden the reason why you got to fight this war with one hand behind your back?
Because he wants to win the elections. That's why. In
But
the name
he's
of
not
his
even
elections,
running.
he wants us to risk our soldier and drag this stuff up.
Wait a minute.
And
He's not
not
even
hurt the
running.
so-called and he doesn't want us to so-called hurt the so-called peaceful civilians in Gaza, the fucking animals that did this to us.
Vagoda. Let's get something straight. Biden is not running for any office.
I'm talking about, what I'm telling you is the reason that, he a month ago he decided to go down and be replaced, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when he was running, he wanted us to not to do too big stuffs because he want all the Islamists and the racists in the university that's persecuting Jews right now to vote for him. Okay, that's and they will not vote for him because of us, because he also supports us as the president of the USA.
I don't
Okay,
think
Biden is a complex person, but
let me say
still,
something.
his party is terrible and racist. He's in the end of the day is a charge of a very extreme and racist party.
Let me explain something to you. Okay.
What?
I don't think the people have a problem with helping out, but when you commit so much money and resources, and we got so much stuff in our own backyard that needs to be cleaned up.
Like what?
Why are you giving these people lawnmowers so they can cut their grass, and then we here can't cut our own grass because you taking that money and buying them lawnmowers? See, I think that's the issue. It's not that they're giving you guys all this money, because they are definitely giving you billions of dollars every year, right?
Clarence, they also give South Korea billions of dollars, and who who also gets billions and way more money? You know who?
Who?
You know who? The so-called Palestinians. You know who also gets money? UNRWA also gets money.
Okay, Vagoda, you crazy. Now, okay.
What? I'm not crazy.
You are crazy. You think the Palestinians
No, I'm not.
get more money than Israel? Come on, and nobody on the planet is getting more US dollars than Israel.
Clarence, I think you didn't understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that a lot of people unfortunately, the Palestinian Authority and UNRWA gets billions from you and from the European Union.
Maybe the European Union, but not America. I mean, we talking.
Yes, they do, especially under Biden regime.
I'm only talking for America. I can't talk about the European Union. I don't know what they're doing. You might be right about that. I don't know. I know that America, Israel is number one in getting money from America annually. That is as a fact.
You have South Korea. You also invest a lot in South Korea. You invest more in the Palestinians.
Not more. No, they may give money to South Korea, but they don't give. no, Israel is at the top of the list. And what I'm saying is, even though
I will want to see proof of that. But in any case, Terence,
okay,
I want to remind you something important, please. Please.
okay.
Like I said to you in the beginning, this war, the 7th of October, is because of your president. He made this. The blood of the 7th of October is on his hands and on the Democrats' hands.
He's not even
I told
over
you
there. How did he do it?
I told you. Because of he put down the financial blockades that Trump put on Iran. Trump was strangling Iran. He was strangling the Iranians financially, and Biden stopped it. Biden stopped doing that. He even invest money there, and because of him, Iran has the money to support Hamas and
But they already
make the 7th of October. Very simple.
That to me, that doesn't make any sense. You mean they don't have no money to support Hamas or whatever they was doing? They didn't have the and
well,
all of
they have money.
Wait
the Iranians have money because of Biden.
Wait a minute. I'm letting you talk. Go, you gotta let me talk because I'm just trying to figure this thing out logically. How are they able to all of a sudden have money because Joe Biden did? I'm not saying that it didn't help, but they obviously have money to fund whatever situation they want to fund, just like Israel has money to fund whatever situation they want to fund. Okay, so I don't see that to me doesn't make sense for me to say, oh well, a whole country don't have no money to support an organization that they feel is going to look out for their interests, whether it's terrorists or not, right? They want to look out for their interests. I'm using that word because most of the people, I don't know what they're doing over there, but I mean, just for the sake of argument, I'll use the word terrorist. Let's say they paying for stuff to be done like that. Now all of a sudden, because Biden pulled out, now they got money to do it when they had money to begin with to do. They were doing it before Biden, before Trump made all these blockades and everything. They were still doing it even when he did do that. So that's my point. See, that's what I mean when I say the information is very, very biased. We need to have a talk, Pagoda. We need to have a talk on a Saturday where you could really explain it. Because I don't have time right now, man. I got to get into the Kamala or Donald thing. But I appreciate
I want to put something about the Kamala woman. Okay.
Make it quick. Make it quick.
Okay. First of all, I don't understand what you don't understand exactly. I explained it very clearly, but never mind that.
It's very biased.
I am not biased. Believe me, I'm not.
You are biased. Obviously, you are biased. That's like me saying I'm not biased about the slave trade, the American slave trade. Of course, I would be biased about that. I have family that went through it. Of course, I would be biased. If you ask me, I would say, obviously my whatever I would say, it would be a biased opinion. It wouldn't be like asking somebody who's just looking at both sides of the situation and just giving an objective opinion. I can't be objective about it. I was involved with it. So I can't be unbiased. You can't be unbiased. You're in it. That's why when you have a police officer and they know the person, they know the robber, or they know that they will excuse themselves and let somebody else interrogate that person because they don't want to be accused of being biased toward or against the person. So that we all have biases. I'm just saying, for me, I would like to have an objective opinion on everything. I think that would be more logical. I understand why you look at it the way you look at it. I do. I really do. I don't think, oh, that's bad or this or that. I'm just telling you, this is the truth. You can't have one person you can't have one person be ultra vicious and then the other person not be ultra vicious, and they're going to be able to contend with each other. The ultra vicious person is going to overrun the person that's not vicious. The person that's not vicious has to up their game to the same level of viciousness as their opponent. That's all I'm saying, man. You got to be logical about this stuff, man. So we got to see past some of the propaganda that's being put out there. Now, Pagoda, I'm giving you about a minute to wrap up and say whatever you want to say, put it out there. and you will get together on a Saturday and talk about it. But here, you got a minute.
Okay,
Say
but
whatever.
please not in 3 in the morning, okay? In normal hour, I hope. And please don't call me crazy, okay, Clarence? You know I don't call you I don't call you names, okay? Don't call me stuff
You're
like this,
right.
okay?
Please forgive me. Please forgive me for that. Sorry about that.
Okay.
You're absolutely right.
You said stuff that definitely, but never mind that. Look, about let's talk about what she did and how she acted instead of what crocodile tears in slash words she said. Okay,
Okay.
she first of all she said she declared that she is not a Zionist. That tells you something disgusting about her. But never mind that. She when the president of Israel, Bibi Netanyahu, come to have a speech in your parliament, she didn't came. She was supposed to be there, but unlike her president, she didn't came. That is telling you what she think, what kind of respect she have for our president. Okay, that's one. And second, she was the right hand man and the person that is pulling the strings and crazy grandpa and dear crazy grandpa. What his name of and your president. Okay, and look what damage she did. She failed in her what she said that she will do in the south. Okay, because of her you have problems with your borders. This woman is got to where she is because she, excuse my language, open up her legs too much, and because of because she is because she's a woman, and she's like you call it person of color or whatever you say it is. Okay, she's people because she's a minority. That's how she's how you call it di something because she's the ID. How you call it what I'm
India,
talking about.
India,
No, not Indian.
Indian.
She's
I don't know.
DIA something representative something.
Oh, okay,
You know
whatever.
what I'm talking about. She's
Okay.
a political. She's a representative of minorities. She was elected to be the right hand man of Biden because she's a minority. DIA or something, diversity something. You know what
Oh,
I'm talking about.
diversity and inclusion. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
whatever that
Okay.
nonsense is. Okay, so
Okay.
that is why she got into where she has, and also I heard she slept with a number of people to get into her position, and
What I'm
Clarence,
talking about. No,
she
this is not what. No, no. This is what I'm talking about. And
what?
you put that out there like that's actually information. That's not
Okay, that's
information.
what I heard. It's I
No,
don't
wait,
have
wait,
the
wait, 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 wait.
I
Let me
don't
show
know
you what
enough
I'm
about
talking
it.
about.
So you know
Let me
what?
show
Yes,
you
you're
what
right.
I'm
Never
talking
mind
about.
that.
Vagoda. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I could come up here and say, yeah, I heard Vagoda grabbed two babies, Palestinian babies, and squeezed their head together to choke them till they was dead. See, I could say that, but see, that
Yes,
ain't the truth. That ain't the truth, right? You didn't do that, and I wasn't even there to even say that, but I'm putting that out there. So we got to watch what we're saying about people, man, that we can't prove. Now I can prove that Israel
okay.
is getting the most. Wait. I can prove that Israel is getting the most money. All you got to do is Google that. All you got to do is just Google. I just did it. You can just Google that. They since
Show me.
1999, Google, Israel gets $3.8 billion a year from the United States, far and above anybody else annually.
And you get our technology and our info and more.
Well, what I'm saying is, some of the people over here say, "Hey, we got problems in our own backyard. Why are we giving them so much money? We got our own problems over here. We could be taking that money, even this half of that money, and putting it towards some of the problems we got over here. We got an immigration
Okay, I will
issue
tell
over
you
here.
why.
We got a lot of different issues over here that we need to figure out what we're going to do about them, right?
Okay, I will tell
So,
you why, Clarence. First of all, it's pennies in your case, and second, today it's us, tomorrow it's you. Okay, if they will finish us, who you think it's going to be next? You and the Europeans. That's who is
okay.
going to be next.
No. I think you're going to have to always have agreements, but with every kind of
Really? What?
agreement, listen, with every kind of agreement, you're going to have sacrifices, right? You're
What
going
we're
to
talking
have
about?
sacrifices. And I think the Israeli situation and the Palestinian situation, I think there's a lot of situation where nobody wants to, I don't know if nobody, let me just say it like that. It doesn't appear that either side wants to make some of the major sacrifices that's going to have to be made to
No,
make that work.
Clarence. No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Clarence, we can
Well,
talk about it in details, but you are far off from the truth,
let's talk about it
unfortunately.
in detail. Let's talk about it in detail, but on another day, because I got to get through
Yeah,
all this
okay.
stuff today.
In any case, I just want to say my closing remarks, okay?
Yeah.
That
Give me
okay?
a closing remarks, brother.
Okay. Like I said, she will pave the way for a second Holocaust. She will turn Israel to the Czechoslovakia of this century. If
Okay.
she will be elected, she will create the way for me to be to what happened to the 7th of October that will happen to me and my parents and all of the people that I love.
I
She will
disagree with
pave
you,
that. She will
brother.
pave that.
And
So
most
please,
people
if you
do
don't
not
want
want
me
that
to
to
be
happen.
like the 7th of October, think about who you're going to vote. But we'll talk about it. In any case, Clarence, have a wonderful night.
Okay, you too, brother. All right, that's our brother Pagoda from Israel. And I insulted him a little bit, so I apologize to you, Pagoda, for that, because I shouldn't have did that. He's right. That's an expression in America where, we understand that there's not so much an insult, but I can understand you being from and of course, y'all know Pagoda is Pagoda is very biased, right? Because he's in that situation, right? He's being very biased. So I have to understand that. Okay. So Vaughn said, hey man, show your screen. I'm gonna show my screen right now. Okay, it says here, this is the Hill, where the US spends most of its foreign aid. Okay. What countries get the most foreign aid from the US? Okay. So I clicked on how much aid does Israel get from the US? Hey, Clarence, you just said your opinion. Okay. In 1999, the U.S. government signed a commitment to provide Israel with at least $2.7 billion in military. That's just military aid annually for 10 years. In 2009, it was raised to $3 billion, and in 2019, it raised to a minimum of $3.8 billion. Y'all see a pattern here? Yeah. But the kid is telling me, oh man, no, Clarence, you got it all wrong. You got it all wrong. No, Clarence don't just come out here just pulling stuff out. I'm not the black man unfiltered. I ain't coming out here pulling stuff out my behind. I'm telling you what I know. I know Israel's getting all this money. Well, Clarence, we should be getting all this money. Why? Why should you? We got American citizens here and all over the world. We got U.S. citizens, U.S. veterans sitting in prisons around the world. We can take that money and just buy their freedom and just bring them home. Hell, we got veterans here sleeping under freeway bridges. U.S. veterans, they went and gave their life and put their life on the line to preserve this freedom that this country has. And they out there sleeping under, sleeping at parks and, under the freeways and stuff. We can take some of that 3.8 billion and spend it on them. See, bro, I'm not just out here talking, man. I'm not talking. I just like the truth so that we can reason better. But see, it's hard to reason with somebody who has a bias. You can't reason with them because they have their own bias in their head, and their thinking goes off their bias, not off the facts. So I just read you some actual facts. But see, I didn't want to go into it and keep going on and on and on and on and on and on and on, because I know he would have kept going on and on and on and on and on. I'm not going to do that to you guys because we wanted to talk about the debate last night. I kept telling him, and I keep telling him, this money went up during the Biden administration, right? So what you talking about? Well, Biden's going to do that. What? The money went up. Not to mention all the other stuff he did, all the extras he did. I'm telling you. But see, okay, you telling people to vote for Trump, y'all, you shooting yourself in the foot. You as an Israeli Jew, you shooting yourself in the foot. We'll go to. I think you ought to rethink your situation. You're gonna get much more extras out of Kamala Harris than Trump. Trump is gonna cut the spigot off on you, and watch. But that's a whole nother thing. Man, Arshawn said both candidates are going to keep money flowing to Israel. Trump is America's first. Trump, his America might cut it off. I hope he gets his wish and Trump closes off the faucet. Well, Arshawn, what I mean to say, I should be more specific. He ain't gonna close the whole faucet off, but he's definitely not gonna throw in the extras that Biden was throwing in. Those extras are not coming. I already got signed agreements. He gonna honor that. But as far as the extras, they're not gonna get them extras. Oh, we need an extra $1 billion. We need extra do this, all the stuff that he can go over there to Israel and just sign away money, and you don't never know. You don't know nothing about it. I don't know. We don't know nothing about it. Trump is not gonna go over there and do that because he wants to take care of this immigration thing and some other things over here. So that's not gonna happen for them. But that's his bias, right? They got to have a boogeyman. So Biden's their boogeyman, right? Harris is their boogeyman. All right. Risa said, I'm going to SS. I'm sick of the Harris-Trump bull. Trump is the only one that would have the nerve to stop giving them welfare. Yeah, he's the only one that's going to stop it. He's the only one, but he ain't gonna stop it all the way, Arshawn. He gonna just slow it down. He can't stop it all the way, right? Because they got too much influence in the government and in industry. So he can't just stop it all the way. And he's doing too much business with a lot of Jewish people. So he can't just stop it all the way. But he's going to definitely not give up the extras, not, be taking all them plane flights over there. Nah, because he ain't going to be giving them no money like that. All right, let's get back to Kamala Harris. Are we clear that Israel gets the most money from the U.S. government every year? $3.8 billion. Are we clear? Did we read that here? We read that here, right? 1999, the U.S. government signed a commitment to provide Israel with at least $2.7 billion in military aid annually for 10 years. And in 2009, when that agreement was up in 2009, it was raised to $3 billion annually. And in 2019, it was raised to $3.8 billion a year, right? You guys see a pattern here? You guys see a pattern here? All right. All right. Now, I will tell you what Trump will be doing business with. He will be doing business with the business community in Israel. He will be throwing money at them. But as far as the government aids and all that, no. All right. Let's get back to Kamala or the Donald. Arshawn said Trump is the only. Ukraine might be getting more right now because of Russia. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, the Donald was doing business with both sides of that situation. So it's going to be fun to figure out if he gets in office, who's he going to be giving money to? Russia don't need no American money. Not at all. So the only one that would need the money is the Ukraine. This is how the American government breaks people down. They break them down because they know they need money. And they make them sign agreements based on their need for money, right? Okay, Ukraine, if you take this $5 billion, when we put your country back together, you gotta let Dick Cheney's Whitewater come over here and do the protection on these pipelines, right? Right now, Russia got a pipeline, right, that they're trying to put together, goes throughout Europe. That means they will control every drop of oil running through Europe at some point, right? You think the Donald ain't in on that? You think that Donald is not in on that? You think some of these, like TD Price, Waterhouse, and all that, you think some of them people ain't in on that? They're in on all of that. Arshawn said, 16-2 Ukraine currently, 3.3 to Israel. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Ukraine, I think that's an ongoing war, but I think Israel, the money that's going to Ukraine doesn't have nothing, can't even compare to the money that's going to Israel overall over the past 50 years, over the past, 100 years almost. Can't even compare. 70 years. Can't even compare. Just can't compare. We've given Israel over $300 billion. How much of that $300 billion has gone into helping U.S. citizens here in America? Zero. Like I said, we got veterans sleeping in the parks, sleeping on the streets. You live in a major city, you got what we got down here in downtown LA called Skid Row. It's called Skid Row. They call it Skid Row because they say that people slip and they end up on Skid Row, right? All the missions and the soup kitchens is down there, right? Got to stand in line for half a day just to get a room for one night, right? We got that all going on here in LA, and we giving them $3 billion a year. Giving Ukraine $16 billion. Why? Why do you think they would do that, Arshawn? Vaughn says, why don't we use that money to fix this country? Because it's about business, Vaughn. See, they go over there, U.S. government goes over there, and they say, we got this. We'll give you the aid, but you got to put this U.S. company in charge of this. You got to put this U.S. company in charge of that. You got to put this U.S. company in charge of this. Right? They are contractors. We got to put this U.S. contractor here. Right? And we will even do the protection. Right? So you got U.S. soldiers going over there to protect businessmen. It's a sad shame. Right? It's a sad shame. Go ahead, do a little one, man. I'm telling you. When you look at the whole situation, you'll see, man, the Biden administration or the Harris administration would definitely be better for Israel. But that's a whole nother story. We got to get to what we came here, y'all. We got to get to what we came here. Let's see a little bit of this debate, man. Let's watch a little bit of this debate.
We're going to turn now to immigration and border security. We know it's an issue that's important to Republicans, Democrats, voters across the board in this country. Vice President Harris, you were tasked by President Biden with getting to the root causes of migration from Central America. We know that illegal border crossings reached a record high in the Biden administration. This past June, President Biden imposed tough new asylum restrictions. We know the numbers since then have dropped significantly. But my question to you tonight is, why did the administration wait until 6 months before the election to act? And would you have done anything differently from President Biden on this?
So I'm the only person on this stage who has prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. And let me say that the United States Congress, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Senate, came up with a border security bill which I supported. And that bill would have put 1,500 more border agents on the border to help those folks who are working there right now, overtime, trying to do their job.
Okay. Now, this is at the point where Trump was saying that the Biden administration wants to open up the border. They just want to have everybody. Hey, anybody who got you can run across, right? That's what he was basically saying. Right? And what he was really talking about was these Afghans that came over here that Biden let over here. And so but he didn't want to say no names. He didn't want to say no names. Right? I mean, I got to give it to him. I got to give it to Trump. He was sticking and moving. All right. So this is Harris trying to explain that she's not for opening up the borders.
It would have allowed us to stem the flow of fentanyl coming into the United States. I know there are so many families watching tonight who have been personally affected by the surge of fentanyl in our country. That bill would have put more resources to allow us to prosecute transnational criminal organizations for trafficking in guns, drugs, and human beings. But you know what happened to that bill? Donald Trump got on the phone, called up some folks in Congress, and said, kill the bill. And you know why?
She sounds stupid right there. Does she sound stupid right there? Why, Clarence? Why she sound stupid? Because she sound like I'm telling on you, instead of saying this man is he's a train wreck, you know, and then crush him. But immigration is not her strong suit. Not really. Most of this debate wasn't her strong suit, and I get it, y'all. Clarence, it's easy for you to say. You ain't standing up in front of millions and millions and millions of people trying to debate a liar and a heathen. You're right. I'm not. But if you're going to do it, if you accept the job, better get yourself ready. Better get yourself ready. You knew you was going up against a devil, so you better be ready for the devil. All right, let's continue.
Because he'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. And understand, this comes at a time.
See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Why you right, Arshawn. But see, Arshawn, she has so many alley-oops they threw her, right? They threw her alley-oops and giving her extra time to go in, right? And she didn't use it effectively. Right? She made a moral situation. He did bad and I'm going to do good. Instead of saying, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to crush this situation. Forget what he talking about. This is what I'm going to do. But she didn't take advantage of that. She said, he did that and he did it. And he called his friends. She sounds stupid. She sounds like a buster. All right, let's continue, y'all. This is Kamala Harris saying that, you know, she's the almighty prosecutor that is prosecuted. She done nothing but good stuff. All right, here we go.
Where the people of our country actually need a leader who engages in solutions, who actually addresses the problems.
What do y'all think about that whiny voice? That didn't do her no good neither, man. That whining voice. We have so many problems. Why are we doing it? Who wants to hear that, man? When you're in president, I gotta give it to Hillary, man. Hillary never cracked like that. Man. But I don't know, man. Now I know why they kept her. They hid her behind everything. They wouldn't let her debate nobody no more, because now I see that she's just not up for this challenge, man. And you think you're gonna having rough days against the Donald. Now he gonna go around the country kicking your behind even more now. Now that they got film of you. All right, let's continue. This is Kamala Harris saying that she's gonna be strong on the border.
At hand. But what we have in the former president is someone who would prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. And I'll tell you something, he's going to talk about immigration a lot tonight, even when it's not the subject that is being raised. And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies. Because it's
that was stupid. Why would you invite people to attend his rallies? That was stupid. See, but that's some that's ghetto game right there, man. You know, why would you invite the people that's your base, or the people that's thinking about voting for you, to go over to his rally? That's stupid. I wouldn't give him no play, no air, nothing. I would say don't go to his rally unless you want to hear lies, right? I don't think, no, Arshawn, I don't think she was overconfident. Do you think she's overconfident? She looked very, very underconfident to me, right? She looked like she was on the you know, playing C basketball, you know, with a varsity uniform on. She was just not, and he was just going right around her, man. He's going between his legs, going up, dunking. I mean, he was going right around her. So then he said that seemed rehearsed. She was very rehearsed. They tried to get it right, Sister Annie. They tried to. I'm just saying she's just out of her element because, just like I was telling Vagoda, man, you can't have one side be vicious like that and then the other side be nice. You're going to get creamed. You're going to get creamed. And that's basically what he was doing to her last night, man. It wasn't the fact that he was so good, it's she's so bad at it that made him look like, you know, a warrior, right? All right, let's get back to Kamala Harris. And, you know, Donald Trump he's a bad guy.
The interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter.
What the hell is she talking about? What is she talking about? See, that's what I'm telling you, man. This had no place. You could tell. Sorry, Sister Annie. Sorry for the sisters here. Sorry for the females. This is kind of like, see, men don't do it. Men ain't gonna do it. Men are just gonna go straight in. Bam! Spear right to the head. Not talk about you like, you're just gonna you got fictional characters. This is what you're gonna do. You're ugly. You're ugly, Arshawn. You're ugly. No, men are just gonna go straight in. Nah, you said this. This is what you said. That's stupid, right? But this is in my opinion, a female thing to be. You're ugly. You didn't sound good when you said that. All right, let's get back to Kamala Harris.
We'll talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you. You will not hear him talk about your needs, your dreams, and your desires. And I'll tell you, I believe you deserve a president who actually puts you first. And I pledge to you that I will.
Vice President Harris, thank you. President Trump.
Oh, what happened? Oh, I kicked it out. I kicked it out. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. We got to give it back. We got to bring 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 it back. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. We got to bring it back. What did I do? Clarence, what did you do? Fool, what did you do? There we go. All right. All right, here we go. Let me bring it back up, y'all. I accidentally took it down. All right, here we go.
Out of exhaustion and boredom. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you. You will not hear him talk about your needs, your dreams, and your desires. And I'll tell you, I believe you deserve a president who actually puts you first. And I pledge to you that I will.
Vice President Harris, thank you. President Trump, on that point, I want to get your response.
Well, I would like to respond.
Let me just ask, though, why did you try to kill that bill, and successfully so? That would have put thousands of additional agents and officers on the border.
First, let me respond as to the
Please.
rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there and then showing them in a different light. So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back. Our country.
He goes straight for the throat. He goes straight for the throat, right? Remember Shaka Zulu? Remember the movie Shaka Zulu? Y'all saw Shaka Zulu, right? Right? They said, Shaka, you killed the men, you killed the women, and you even killed the babies in a war. No, like, I'm gonna tell y'all how slavery started. Slavery started as a mercy, right? You kill all the men, all the warriors, and then you take the women and children on, the old people, you take them on as slaves and let them work for their freedom, right? If they can join on to the state, if they show some loyalty by being a slave for a number of years, right? That's how slavery originally started. It was started as a mercy, right? Why kill everybody, right? These people ain't got nothing to do with it, right? They just hiding under tables and stuff. Of course, the Arab and the Caucasian, they commercialized slavery and they said, hey, we can do this as a business, right? But Shaka Zulu wasn't interested in slavery, right? We don't need no slaves. We got enough people working around here. He said, Shaka Zulu said, kill everybody. He said, kill everybody. The women, the men, the children, the babies, the old people, kill them all. So the man asked, oh yeah, you're right, Sister Annie, I better watch that. So the man asked Shaka, why? Why did you kill all these people? Oh, excuse me. Why did you murk all these people? He said, because if you leave an enemy alone to recover and get his breath together and get his body together and get himself together, when he gets strong enough, he's going to fly at your throat, right? You leave an enemy, man, you wound him. He said, you can't just wound your enemy, man. You got to kill him. You got to murk him, right? Any enemy you leave wounded, once they get their spear out and they heal up, they get strong enough, they coming flying at your throat. And that's what she did. She kept wounding them, right? She kept jabbing them with the knife, but then she let him recover, right? But he won't let her. He would just finish her, right? Remember Mortal Kombat? Finish him, finish her. He was just finishing her, right? Okay, this is Trump responding to Kamala Harris.
Is being lost. We're a failing nation, and it happened 3.5 years ago. And what's going on here, you're going to end up in World War III, just to go into another subject. What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating.
Wait a minute. Did you hear what he just said? He said in Springfield, they're eating the dogs and the cats, right? The immigrants are coming in eating all the dogs and the cats, right? Right? Then when he got questioned about this, because Bolo was telling us, hey man, you got fact check on that. When he got questioned about it, there was one incident that he was talking about. He tried to make it sound like every immigrant is coming in looking for everybody's cats and dogs, right? He said when they broke him down, he's like, well, it's happened. I heard this happened, right? All right. Vaughn says, in my opinion, Kamala did quite well in this debate. Oh man, me and you, we are definitely on two different sides of the planet, Vaughn. I don't think she did well at all. I don't like Trump. Now, I don't like Trump either. I agree with that. I'm definitely on the same page with you on that one, Vaughn, but I think she could have did a lot better if she was much more aggressive. But she was not aggressive, thinking, I'm going to be, Michelle Obama. Right. But you're not Obama. You're not President Obama. You don't have that kind of charisma. So you're gonna have to just get out there and just get at it. Arshawn says they're Haitian. It's probably voodoo. I don't know. I don't know if Haitians eat cats and dogs. I don't know that, or use them in voodoo or whatever. I don't know. But his point was, you letting too many people cross the border, and now they're eating people's dogs and cats, right? And then he got fact checked on that, and they broke it down to where I heard this happen. I heard this happen. So it wasn't even a fact, but he threw it out there like a fact. Look how I was trying to tell Vagoda, man. Throw stuff out there like a fact, and then if we fact check you, it's gonna come out that you was lying. That's gonna tear up your credibility, right? Arshawn says there are pictures and videos. Pictures and videos of what, Arshawn? of them eating the cats or taking the cats? Or all these Haitians running around with people's cats and dogs? I don't know. Demetrius said, analysts are saying Trump came off as unhinged, meaning she won psychological battle here, baited him like a mouse. No way. No way. She looked like a little kid at a parent teacher conference, right? That's the kind of energy she had, right? Oh, taking cats, geese, and ducks. Okay, maybe so. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know too much about Haitian people as far as if they eat cats and dogs or whatever. I don't know nothing about that. If that's supposedly the truth, I don't know. Vaughn said, just in my opinion, I'm voting for Jesus Christ. He's still in control. How you gonna vote for Jesus? You gonna write him in, Vaughn? No, Vaughn. You always gonna vote for Jesus Christ in your heart, but as far as running the country, Jesus ain't coming down to take that job. So you got to vote for, Beelzebub or the devil. One of these people you're gonna have to select to be at the head, be at the helm here. Unless both of them, some kind of way fall out of the race, right? I wish there was a way where both of them could fall out and we could check out these vice presidents and see if maybe one of them has some sense in their head, right? All right. Arshan said they were men. There were multiple videos and pictures. Oh, okay. See, I don't know. I don't know about that. Arshan said, I never said they eat them. I clearly said voodoo rituals. Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, whether they do voodoo rituals or not, that either, Arshan. I don't know. I know that I've heard of, people from the islands doing stuff like that, but I didn't know it was an issue over in probably on the East Coast, right? You said, oh, I only saw the one video of the lady getting arrested for abusing a cat, right? We got grown men over here abusing animals, right? Or teenagers or whatever, right? But more important than loose animals is them driving and getting social services, right? But what are you going to do, Arshan? If we got all these people immigrating over here, we want them in the streets, spreading COVID everywhere, we got to give them services, right? Or we got to give them perceived opportunities, right? If not, they're going to what are they going to do? They're going to do crime, right? Crime's going to shoot up. Demetrius said, listen, man, I'm trusting what the analysts are saying. Even the Repubs are saying he played himself. I don't see that. Yeah, I don't see that, y'all. I see that Trump, he was not good, but she was worse. That's what I'm saying to you. It wasn't that he was so good. He wasn't good. She was just worse. He was bad. She was worse. That's what happened, in my opinion. If you ask me, she's just not good. Debate wise, she's not good. I don't know her as a person, so I can't speak to her as a person. But she was no. You can't fight a vicious enemy with a daisy. Your enemy is vicious and he has a katana. You better have a katana just as long as his, just as sharp. Can't go out there with Hallmark cards to your enemy saying, I'm going to make you feel bad. He's going to slice your head off. And she kept letting him get up. She had him on the abortion thing. She let him get up. She had him on the immigration thing. She let him get up. She had him on a couple other stuff. Hey, says maybe that was her, right? Hey, shut up, Brother Clarence. Shut up. I'm trying to win this election. Hey, I don't have no favorite either side. Really, I'm waiting for one of them to show me something that I can say, well, at least if I vote for this person, this is going to happen. I don't see that right now. The only person I could say something's going to definitely happen, well, I would say this. For both people, I could say the same thing. The rich are going to get richer because they're going to do things to make, because most of them do. I don't know if you guys remember Reaganomics, right? Most of these politicians, they follow what was called Reaganomics. It's not really Reaganomics. I mean, it's just, like they said, the trickle-down theory, right? If you make rich people richer, they're going to make more business. They're going to invest in more businesses. If they invest in more businesses, that's going to mean more. They're going to make more jobs. If they make more jobs, that's going to hustle the economy. That's the way these candidates for president think, right? That was in the 80s called Reaganomics, right? Reagan took all this money from the educational budget, all this money from a lot of other budgets, and threw it into the secondary real estate market, right? Have at it, guys. Go ahead, right? And made a disaster. It was a disaster, right? But they don't give Reagan the blame for that, right? None of these Republicans will give Reagan the blame for that. Because why? Because Reagan stepped out of office when the whole thing collapsed on Bush, right? Collapsed on Bush, his first year in office. All that stuff that Reagan had did, all them 6-7 years, pulling money from here and there and throwing it into the secondary real estate market, and then people losing it and spending millions and billions of dollars, and the savings and loans scandal and all of that stuff happened under Reagan. But it didn't really culminate until George Bush. That situation fell in George Bush's lap. But that's when you let Reaganomics go overboard. Yes, you need to have a little investment, but you can't let it go overboard, man. Because there's people out there that's gonna take that money and just go bananas with it, right? You said yes for spazzing out with the blade is not the path forward. What is speed and power without skill? That's what I'm saying. Neither one of them got skill, Demetrius. Neither one of them have. They have. Trump just got speed and power. He don't have no skill, and she don't have no skill, and she don't even have no speed and power. She makes a slice on the man. Instead of cutting his head off, she'll slice him across the chest and let him get up. Kick his weapon back over to him. No. Boom. When you have an enemy like this, man, you have to kill him. Oh, excuse me, you gotta murk him. You gotta take him out. You gotta take him out. Oh, Clarence, that's heavy. Oh no, that's real. When you got somebody coming at you and trying to take you out, you within your right to take them out. You within your right to take them out. Somebody coming at me with a knife, hey man, I'm gonna do my best to give them their knife back. Just make sure it's in their heart. It's all the way through their heart when they get it back, right? I have no problem. With that. I can see as a female, you're probably looking at it like, I have to be nice. I have to, I don't want to be like that. Okay, that may cost you. In the eyes of the American public, they want somebody tough on some of these different things. And if you're not tough enough to even tackle this lunatic, so you ain't gonna be able to handle some of these world leaders like Putin and all. You ain't gonna be able to handle that, right? Right. When they start throwing billions of dollars around, saying, "Hey, look, you got to go in there," and most of these presidents, they represent American private companies that they hooked up with. Okay, we'll give you this money, but you got to let this American contractor come over and do this part of the game, and then you got to let this American contractor come over and do this part of the game. That's how it go. Anyway, Vaughn said, no love lost, but I agree to disagree, bro. See, although I don't trust either. I agree with that. But one was more sound than the other. I'm just saying. I said, well, like I said, you and Demetrius see it one way. I see it a whole nother way. In my opinion, they were both horrible. She was just more horrible than him. They were both horrible. They both didn't tell us nothing. But she was more horrific than he was, right? He is horrible. He is absolutely horrible. But she is more horrible, in my opinion. But we agree to disagree, Vaughn. Arshawn said trickle down works, but it's literally a trickle, but a trickle doesn't quench the thirst. No. Arshawn, trickle down theory does work, but it has to be controlled. You can't do it like Reagan did it, man. Reagan would just threw all these hundreds of billions of dollars into the secondary market, and it created they had so much money. They had more money to lend than people who wanted to borrow money. And so they just started lending more money per person than they should have, right? They have certain parameters that they lend money on. They were supposed to be lending money on. When they got more money and more is just coming, they start loosening up the thing. That's what happened in 2008, right? They started lending way more money because more money was in the marketplace. They started lending more money and relaxing these parameters that would say this person's a safer or using credit scores and stuff like that. They started lowering that, and then now you got people that can't afford it borrowing more money, business wise and home buying wise, and so they just start defaulting on all these loans, right? But what do the people care? They made their commissions off of this situation. What do these savings and loan people? What do these banks care? Right? They're gonna make it back on the other end. Either they're gonna get the property, or they're gonna get. They already made the commission off the loan. What do they care? If you lose the property, they just gonna sell the property and make the money, right? Arshawn said, "Be waiting 30 years to have a cup of water to drink." Yeah. That's why you can't focus on the government as a retirement plan. You can't focus on the government as to give you anything. Not you personally, Arshawn, but I'm saying us as American citizens. We ask the government to do the basic things they're supposed to do. Make sure the roads are straight, make sure electricity comes to our house, make sure we have good plumbing, and make sure we have communication systems. Make sure the airplanes are flying straight. Certain basic safety things like that. The highways are okay. Yes. But when it comes to our personal situation, whether we gonna have a job or not, the government is. If you waiting on the government to make sure you got a good house, a good job, and they're not here for that. That's why they do such a bad job at it. They're not here for that. The government is supposed to take care of certain different things, and that's pretty much it. But they got more money than God, so they can go over to foreign countries and make deals with them. Okay, you want $1 billion in aid? Guess what? This U.S. company has to be the contractor that handles this part of the situation. This U.S. contractor has to. I know. Oh no, Clarence. See that the president doesn't make deals like that. You crazy? Of course they do. Of course they do. That's why whenever you see the United States government providing aid to a foreign country, you'll see U.S. companies doing the protection, the food supply, the food deliveries. You'll see a lot of U.S. companies doing all of that stuff. Contractors, well, they call them contractors, but they're really the buddies of these president elects. Vaughn said, "I keep hearing what Trump can do for black people." When you hear that? I ain't heard that. Or can someone please explain what he can do for me? Because I haven't seen anything yet. I don't know what he can do for black people in particular. I don't think he's going to do anything for black people in particular. I think he's telling you to get with the people that he's going to do something for, which is the rich. Stand behind them, get with them, figure out how you can attach yourself to what they got going on, and then you can do that. But he's not going to do anything in particular for black people at all, except sit down and maybe listen to you bitch about it. But he ain't going to do nothing. I'm guaranteed. How do you know this, Clarence? Anytime a man would call where you got people breaking into the Capitol building, armed people breaking into the Capitol buildings, and this man called the police officer that shot that girl that came through with that, she had a pistol on her. he shot her and, unfortunately unalived her. But the man was, the police officer was just doing his job. He called the police officer out of control cop. See, man, with that kind of perspective, man, this guy is he's just out of his mind. He never said July 6th should never have happened. He never said none of that. So you got to listen. It ain't so much sometimes what somebody says, it's what they don't say. It's what they don't say y'all got to listen to, right? Y'all, we might have to come back. I think we're going to have to come back. We're going to have to come back on the Tyrese situation because I think I'm about to close it down. We're going to come back on the Tyrese situation. We'll come back on the Frankie Beverly situation. Rest in peace for Frankie Beverly, man. You guys listen to Maze. Maze was an outstanding group, and Maze is one of those groups like the Isley Brothers, man. Back in the day, see, Demetrius, you young, man. Now you got playlists, but back then you just put the album on. You put the album on the thing, and you put your arm around your girl. Next thing you know, man, things was happening, right? next thing you know, things was happening, man. Maze was one of those groups, man. Shout out to Maze, shout out to Frankie Beverly and his family, man. And may he have a smooth transition. Oh, and Vaughn said, and what? Wait a minute. Demetrius said he ain't stated nothing about helping black people. The only thing was Platinum Plan, which includes more policing for at-risk. Well, both of them believe in heavy policing, so that's not gonna. Neither one of them. I know that Trump would try to make her, because she's a Democrat, believe in less policing, but no, she is definitely pro-police. Absolutely. Vaughn said, and what is it that he can do to make this country great again? Leave. That's what he could do. Leave, right? Jet, bounce. But he's not going to do that, Vaughn. He's making too much money over here, man. And he got all these criminal trials, man. He probably got an ankle monitor on, right? Got all these trials, man. He said, hey, Trump, why you running for president? Don't lead the country, right? Demetrius said, right, bro. Like Trump really invited that riot. Yeah, he did. He did. And he never apologized about it. Here 6 people got killed, including a police officer. Never said, I'm sorry that this police officer got killed. Nothing. Right. So when you got that kind of mentality, man, that's a very shout out to Patrice, narcissistic personality, man, trait. Like I said, in my opinion, he's bad, she's worse, debate wise. They both tell lies. They both running you around in circles. He lies straight out. She lies by omission. Who's worse? Right? Who's worse? So then he said, I'm probably making this stream short and sweet. Yes, thank you, sis. Appreciate you. I'm gonna shut it down real fast, man, because I probably need to go get something to eat. Vaughn said, we agree on that. All is not lost. It's not, Vaughn. It's not. I don't know, man. I don't know. But you got a tough decision to make, people. You got a very tough decision to make. Who are you going to vote for? Who are you going to give your vote to? Kamala Harris or Donald Trump? Is one better than the other? I was trying to see maybe something that I could see with one being better than the other one. But the only thing I could say is Trump has the experience. She doesn't really have the experience of running the country. So that might be an issue for her, right? Demetrius said, Kamala, right? Kamala, you think Kamala's better, Demetrius? How so? I don't even, let's talk about it later. We'll talk about it later, man. I don't see how Kamala's better than Trump at all. Vaughn said, I'm not voting for either. Vaughn, better bring a pen in there so you can write Jesus on there, right? But Vaughn, what if Jesus win? Is he gonna come back and take the job? Demetria said, at least she didn't leave documents at her manor. No, but hey, man, she got people, man. There was a dude, man, Patrice brought this up, man. And this is one case. She had a couple cases like this, man, where she was the attorney general out here in California, and it was a dude that was innocent, man, and she wouldn't do the DNA testing to prove the dude was innocent. She wouldn't let him do it. They told her, "Hey, look, this dude is innocent. All we gotta do is we got DNA now. We can prove his innocence." She wouldn't do it. The dude had to go to the Supreme Court to force her to test that DNA, and that's how he got out. So I'm just saying, man, she ain't as pristine as she looked, or invited and inserted to the Capitol. No, she haven't done those things. I don't think she would do those things. I don't think that she got that kind of character. Well, I don't. Well, leaving documents maybe, but I don't think she got the character to incite a riot. I don't think that. Either or neither. Boss, either or neither. I'm going to draw a picture of a cross of the cross. We need to do something, man. But we need to pray. We need to pray because the next 4 years, either you're gonna sink or swim. Either you're gonna sink or swim. So, just know that it's not gonna be an easy choice. Not gonna be easy for you. But do what you gotta do. Demi said she ain't pristine. She's an undercover freak. Oh my God. And probably a criminal too. I would definitely say a criminal, but a freak, I don't know, man. Y'all keep saying she's a freak because she did this and she did that, but ain't no proof nowhere. I don't really like talking about people like that, man. I like talking about actual facts, man. In the nation, we got something called actual facts. We're supposed to talk about what we know, which is an actual fact. We ain't supposed to say, well, brother, I heard brother did this and I heard sister did that. We ain't supposed to, that's called in the nation, it's called slack talk. We ain't supposed to slack talk our people, man. Anyway, let me close it out, y'all. Okay. Everybody did a great job in the chat, man. You guys asked great questions. Appreciate it, you guys. You guys did a great job. I just wanted to talk about a couple of these things, man. But I noticed that I spent a lot of time talking to Vagoda, so that pushed me back. And I didn't really want to do like over 2 hours. So anyway, shout out to Vagoda, by the way. I just, it just kind of turned into a long thing because I don't see how Trump is going to be an improvement for the Jewish people. I don't see that. He's going to cut off the spigot. And so anyway, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. So we talked about that. We talked about the debate. Who do you think won? Who do you think won? Put in the comments, man. Who you think won? I don't think nobody won. I think, Trump just looked better because he wasn't as nervous and nice as Harris. That's me. He didn't give us no information. He didn't tell us nothing. She didn't either, really. Neither one of them told us anything that we didn't already know. I said, go with God and he'll go with you. Good night, folks. Good night, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. It was just me up here on the panel. Thank you, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Go home, think about it, man. Like you say, pray, do whatever you got to do, man, and give you some clarity on who you're going to vote for. Because guess what? One of these people has to win. One of these two people have to win, man. Anyway, I will see y'all on the next one, man. Probably be on Sunday. Wait a minute. I might do one tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's Thursday. Maybe we'll pick this up tomorrow. We'll see. All right, y'all. Peace.